We're live. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Hello. Oh, thank you for being so patient. Sorry, we was trying to sort out some things in the background that had to be sorted out before we could do this.
Mm-hmm.
So we wait just a little while to make sure people can get in.
Yeah.
Just say hi, kind spirit. Hi, Marnie. Josie. Hello. Iolite. Sharon. Is that everybody? Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for hanging out. And I know some of you have probably been waiting for a while. You might have just had this running in the background or whatever until we were able to come on. But quickly, we've got like 33 people, not 65. Wow. That jumped up quickly.
Yeah. Hi, bit of this and bit of that. Hello.
Yeah.
And Debbie and Concha. And Dolores. Lydia. Nikki. Starlight. Vera.
That ticking is on Allie's computer. We get it every time.
Sorry.
Every time.
Yeah.
So we just deal with it.
Yeah. It's the what's his name? The fan. Sorry, we've hardly had much sleep. So anyway, do you want to go, or would you want to say it?
Well, no, I think we can both figure it out somehow. But I think go ahead. You can lead off.
All right. So I'm going to try and do this. I think I'm going to cry though if I say it.
I got your back.
I can't. You do it.
As many of you know, Ellie was supposed to come here to Florida on June 5th. And everything was fine except for you have to apply for some ETSA visa, ETSA visa. And she got denied. Basically, the only reason you get denied is if they think you're going to leave and not come back, which is bullshit because, she's got family and grandchildren, children, and, all sorts of things. So they denied her thinking that she was just going to come here and not leave for no stupid reason. Yeah. So,
kind spirit, ESTA.
We put our heads together and try to figure out what can we do from this point forward. And what we're trying to do now. And it's just, it's devastating, what.
At least this time it didn't happen when I got to the airport last time, because this happened to me before when I first tried to get over to see Greg.
So what we did was we put our heads together and we tried to figure out where do we go from here, and we thought, well, maybe we can meet in a neutral country where she doesn't need a ETSA kind of visa or something like that. Just for like a vacation, because we've never had a vacation. This was going to be Allie's vacation. We've been together for 3 years, no vacations. And
we didn't get a honeymoon, did we?
No, we didn't.
We had an overnight stay, which was lovely. My brother did it for us.
But yeah, and that's exactly what we talked about, and we put together. What we did was we put together a GoFundMe page to hopefully, I don't know, we Ellie and I are horrible at this, asking anyone for anything, but this is what we're putting out there, and we're hoping that the universe will help us manifest being able to at least spend some time together in a neutral country.
We when I because first of all I thought it might be, like a typo or something I didn't put right or something. And what I did was I tried again to do the Esther, and halfway through it came up with a big warning sign saying that this has already been denied, and then kicked me off the form. So I can't go in and do it. We've tried to talk to an actual physical person, trying to give all of my details, trying to tell them, how much, I love my family. I'm not leaving. But there's no physical person to talk to. There's no email address that you can communicate with anybody. There's nothing. It's like a runaround the whole time.
Well, I got through and I was able to talk to somebody, but it was pretty worthless. Although she did say that you can apply for a regular visa, but that takes several weeks, and then that Allie's plane ticket is for the 5th. There's no way she'd be able to do that, and there's no guarantee. Even if you speak to somebody at the consulate or your governor or whatever, there's no guarantee that they're going to say anything once you've been denied the ETSA visa. So, yeah, like I said, that I did, and that's what that woman told me. So there's really nothing much we can do, and so we thought, well, you don't need an ETSA from the UK to Mexico. So we thought, well, maybe we could meet there. I saw somebody say, yeah, just come up through the border. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
We're talking about too,
Yeah,
because
isn't it?
they were allowing everybody through the border and giving them, all these cell phones and benefits and all that shit. But when it comes down to wanting to do this the legal way, they're saying no. So it's really frustrating, and you can sense my anger and my sadness.
Yeah. Um, there's no guarantee to get an appointment for the embassy. You have to go up there on a wing and a prayer and just sit there. It's in the heart of London. You can't drive up there, so you have to get public transport. I'm disabled. I can't go walking around London. We wouldn't have been able to do it before Monday anyway.
No.
So I had to cancel the ticket. So yeah, it's just crap.
So they can let the United States can let in all sorts of illegals at the border, but you try to do this the right way, and now, Allie tried to get. She had her ETSA approved the first time.
Yeah, I did. But they still stopped me and grilled me. Homeland Security. This was in front of everybody. It wasn't in a side room or anything like that. They was asking me all sorts of questions about Greg. And basically they carried on asking lots of questions. It was about 3/4 of an hour. And then as I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose, I said, we were hoping we could maybe get married or something. I shouldn't have said that, obviously, but in hindsight, when you're desperate, that was the first time, so it has been
And
flagged
that's
up.
what they marked. Yeah, and that's what they probably marked. Yeah, got a lot of people saying Mexico too.
Yeah.
That's what we. That's that. And that's what we got when we put our heads together. If there's a place to go that would be the least expensive for us to just be together for a week or so. That's what we're trying to do. And we have a GoFundMe page that Allie put together. Um, we're asking for help because due to our shadow banning and everything, we're just like,
Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Donna. I've just received a GoFundMe
oh,
payment there. Thank you so much.
sweet,
We
very
hate
sweet.
asking, but with the shadow banning, we're just stuck.
Hmm.
We can do all we can. I mean, I'm gonna do kind of like a readings day and all sorts of things, and I'll do whatever I can. Maybe a teaching workshop that's for the GoFundMe.
Yeah, we can do a
I
joint
try all
reading.
sorts. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But we was just so looking forward to the beach. We was looking forward to, being together. It's lovely when Greg comes over here, but it's usually in the winter because that's all we can afford usually with the flight, and it's not the same. It's just, we was looking forward to like a honeymoon and a get together. So I've got a credit for my flight, so my flight is not an issue to get over to there.
Um, there are what we're looking at is maybe it might be in like September or August or when everything's like the least expensive in Mexico. And it's really not worrisome, honestly. If you go to like Cozumel or Cancun or whatever, it's no, it's fine. I've been there before.
So you was looking up different stays, weren't you?
Hmm.
And the cheapest possible that we was looking up.
Yeah, the least expensive places that we could go, and we're looking for all inclusive because we can't afford to dine out every night. Are is basically in Cozumel,
Thank you,
Mexico. So
Rosie.
yeah, appreciate the donations. Thank you.
We really, really do. Um, oh God, I think we are safe in the resorts, and I would be happy in the resorts. Um,
Because you're just
you
going
know,
from the airport to the resort and then a shuttle back. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just like one thing after the other. It's just taking its toll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much, um, just for listening. That's kind of the message that we just wanted to give out, really. But I haven't had a chance to read any of the messages in case I cry. But thank you for all the love. Exactly, Sasha. What is wrong with these people treating people like robots? What the heck? Exactly, there should be an actual physical person, at these visa places so that you can, and they say that you can actually get a solicitor involved and put your case across, but you very rarely ever get it turned around. And what else do they say? They said it was very rare that you would ever get it turned around, and it takes a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can get it. And somebody said, what about a lawyer or something like that? Well, we can't afford that either. So, but yeah, it's just like the regular visa might take up to 2 weeks, and there's no guarantee that that's even gonna once you've been turned down for the ETSA. So what
Yeah,
what Allie's gonna have to wait until there's a time where they drop the ETSA. I know that like in Mexico, they used to have something like that, and they dropped that. So it's just the United States, basically dropping that as well. which they should a long time ago if they're letting everybody cross both borders,
Yeah.
Canada, Mexico, letting everybody in except for people that are citizens that want to travel for recreation.
No, we're not officially married. We did the blessing. We tried when Greg was over
Yeah,
here,
and we
and we
got the
tried.
rings and still wear
We
the rings every day.
yeah, we tried to find out information about how long a notification was needed, and all the registry office during the big C was closed. We couldn't find any information, and we ran out of time. And we both decided that we was going to do the celebration no matter what, because as far as we was concerned, we're married. As far as we're concerned, we don't need the piece of paper. But I don't even think a piece of paper would make any bloody difference, to this visa thing, because they didn't even ask me if I was married. They asked nothing.
Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you, Cynthia. Yeah, thank you. We appreciate you guys so much. And
Thank you
I
to
think we've tried
Laura.
everything all day today.
Thank you to Laura and Rosie for their donations as well.
Thank you. We appreciate you. But we're definitely on a list for sure. Greg and I, we're on a list for sure.
I'll
And believe
watch
me,
for it.
we've sent back mirrors back at them, 1,000% back. They can have that. They sent it to us. We'll send it back. Australia's not in between, is it? It's got somewhere in between Australia.
Yeah, I was, maybe Costa Rica. Somebody mentioned that. I don't know.
I said to Greg, I don't care where it is. I really don't. As long as it's, we can be together and, we can enjoy a bit of a break, because we just work. That's all we do. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think a lawyer would do any good at all. Just reading some of the comments. Yeah. Makes no sense. Yeah.
Because she can't get into the United States, period, without an ETSA form, and they denied her ETSA. So the other option was a visa. There was no guarantee on that, and that would take weeks to do. So
I wasn't coming over this time round to get married. We wasn't doing that. This was just a break. Yeah. Yeah. So not even that.
with Todd Medina, is that what Todd you're talking about?
Probably.
We need some miracles.
I've cancelled my flight now, so
Yeah. Well, just miracles
yeah.
to even make this happen.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, such lovely, everybody. Thank you. Leona, I've had to cancel my flight to the USA because they have denied my ESTA visa. No explanation, just cancelled it. So when you look up and you say, why would they have cancelled this visa? They the excuses are, one of them is that the only one that could possibly be linked with me would be that they are frightened that I'm not going to come home, that I haven't got enough ties in the UK.
Despite buying a round trip ticket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can't try again, Shakti, because if I try going through the form, in fact, Megan tried again. My daughter, she tried again. She got denied halfway through. It just cuts you off. You can't put any. And her form had more information on it than my form. However she was doing it, there was more information, more questions. But still, it stopped us. I know, Dawn. My family's here. You know, we understand our situation. I suppose other people don't. They think, well, if these people are married or want to get married, why wouldn't they live together? And it's like, well, we've explained it online and you guys understand. You know, he's got his parents, elderly parents. I've got my grandchildren. I've got my mum, you know, my children. So yeah, I know the UK citizens, they say you don't need a visa, but you need the waiver. That's what you need. But the bastard still charged me for the visa, which I thought was quite funny. Yeah.
It feels like somebody sucker punched me.
Yeah. Me too.
You know, I'm like looking over there somewhere and somebody, bam, you know.
Yeah, they're definitely targeting Leona, for sure.
Oh, thank you, Cynthia, for the donation.
Yeah, thank you guys. We appreciate this so much. Yeah, Mark Atwood's been over to the US many times, I know. I don't know how they get through it. Doesn't make any sense, does it? So I know people have been asking me to book in for readings, but as you can see, this was going on, so I wasn't in the mindset.
Totally unexpected that this would happen.
Yep. I didn't even think that. I can't even comfort you, and you can't comfort me. I mean, physically.
No, you still need an ETSA approval on top of that.
Yeah, we looked it up and looked it up and looked it up. We went through it all. But the Delta people for the flight was really kind, wasn't she? She was lovely. Because first of all, I had to change the flight, you know, and so they did that for me, which was really lovely. Greg had to do it his end because the phone number was American. I couldn't get the English one going. So yeah, we're not worried about getting married, Dolores.
You might do the first ever live proxy by marriage for all your viewers to witness.
We did that. It was live.
Yeah. I don't understand this. Apply for a visa to Canada and then you'll get your US visa. They're two different countries. Why would you apply to Canada? I don't get it. Am I missing something here?
No idea. Oh. Jodie, I've had to cancel my flight over to the USA because the ESTA visa waiver denied my access with no explanation and no way of appealing it. So that was that. So we've started a GoFundMe so that we can meet. I can still fly. I can transfer my flight over to Mexico and go to Mexico just for a week or so, just so that we can just have a holiday. You know, we were looking forward to lovely 4 or 5 weeks. We was looking forward to be together. You know, we've waited 6 months. Before that was nearly a year. So that's why we started the GoFundMe. Thank you so much for anybody who supported that, and just thanks for your love and support here.
I looked into Cozumel and Playa del Carmen. Cancun seems to have the best prices. So
yeah. Oh, Nova Fox. Yeah, I will obviously be doing the classes and doing the readings up until, if we do get the chance to go away. Yeah, we're looking at Cancun. Yeah, it's just crazy. You know, there's no logic to what's going on with the American government and the American rule system. It's all asked about a face. It really is. So it's like, what are you doing? You know, people can just walk through, you know, and they just get released into America. You could be a terrorist. You could be anybody. You walk in, and I'm a legitimate person, got no angst, nothing going on, but love for my husband and to meet the M5D family, and you can't get in. It just doesn't make sense, does it?
A Form I-601 waiver. I'm going to look that up.
Because there was was it a B2 form or something? Was it B2? But you have to fill that out in the American embassy, and you can go all the way up there to get to the heart of London, and you can be turned away. And even if you get an appointment, because you can't get an appointment before you go up there, even if you get an appointment, they're not guaranteed to help you. So yeah, thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. Are you looking that up, love?
Yeah, I'm reading reading about it. You must file a form with the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. You must also submit supportive evidence such as letters from family members, friends, or employers that support your application. The process time can vary. You can expect to wait several months for a decision.
There is a way of filing for a business. There's a business all working for me to work, you know, for me to come in there if somebody's employing me to get in. But I think even then, because of the block, I would still have to go to the US embassy. I would still have to go there. So, yeah. Anyway, it's I know I would demand, Patricia, to know the reasons why. I think you've got a right to know the reasons why they are denying you. You know, what have they got on me? You know, I've got nothing. I'm as open book as you like. You know, what is it that they're? It just doesn't make sense. We can't see all the hearts. No, is there lots of hearts? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. What are you looking up, love?
Just want to thank Laura for your donation. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you see then? Can you see the donations coming in? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
Thank you to Donna and Laura, Rosie, Cynthia, Laura, another Laura, and Terry.
Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we'll keep doing other things, you know, to try and get this. I'll do some 12-hour ones, reading days, things. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. We're reading all the comments. So we thought we'd better let everybody know before because there was a lot of people who were going to be coming in to Florida to go to the beach meetup on the 18th. So can't do that. I had to cancel my ticket, Linda, because the ESTA visa was declined and didn't tell me why. So without that, I can't get there. Yeah.
But generally, for when there's a denial of that visa, it means that they're afraid that she's not going to return. Yeah, that ticking comes and goes.
It's when the fan kicks in on my computer. That's what happens. Of course, Suzanne. Of course. Yeah, it's let me is there a PayPal banner? I think that there's PayPal Guiding Angels at BT Internet, or you can go to psychicalley.net and you can go that way. There's a make a payment button. I appreciate anything, you know, $1, anything, but obviously I don't want anybody to be taking from, you know, yourself if you've got, you know, we've all got expenses and things, so, you know, we hate asking. Oh, here's Morgan. Somebody mentioned Todd. Wow, we've only just got ours after 2.5 years, just at the processing point now, which will take a few months. What is that, a visa? So is that, or is that one of those forms? Patricia said the I-601 form. Is it that one, Morgan? Because you're in Australia, aren't you? So yeah, thank you for messaging Morgan. It's just, isn't it crazy? The whole system.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely on a bloody list somewhere. I know.
Yeah, it's as if they're afraid to have us come together to manifest.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's just a shock. Debbie, we would appeal, but there's nowhere to appeal. There's nowhere. There's no appeal system in place. So
No, there isn't. And there's nobody you can talk to.
no.
It's impossible to get, they give you all these automated phone systems, and it's just,
Yeah.
press 1 for this, press 5 for that, you know?
And then they go right at the end of it. It's like, and that's the information, and that's it. And then they just cut you off. So you can't go anywhere. It's just dead ends. Tempted to know your energy's keeping you apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We agree. This is why we want to say F you then. We'll go to a different country. We'll go to Mexico then.
Yeah.
We're just, but
I'll still be doing the beach meetup on the 18th, June 18th.
Oh, that's good to know that you're doing that.
Yeah. If anyone's still interested in attending that, will definitely be doing that.
Yeah. Everything's electronic. It's like you can't get to talk to an actual person anymore, because if so, I would have been able to send the details of my family, my loving family. I've got huge ties here. Yeah. Yeah. Money is crashing. It is crashing. It is. Unfortunately, we're still in the 3D system right now, though. Which we, Hey, Belize. Where's Belize?
Mexico. Next to Mexico.
Okay.
Yes, it's its own little country. It's beautiful. It used to be very inexpensive to go to, but like everything else, the cost of living.
We went through everything about what it would cost for us both to go there. Obviously, my flight is free. Greg's flight was
No, it's
yours.
not. Yours would cost probably like a couple $100 on top of what credit you have.
Yeah. So we've calculated that. We've literally put it in, the least amount of money.
Yes.
We put it in there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I put up my protection because I felt an actual psychic attack go through my back earlier. So yeah, I had to. Thank you, Terry. Thank you. Yeah, so my visa was denied to get into the USA, so I had to cancel my ticket. Yeah. It's hard.
Okay.
I know. See, we've been trying to get around everything as much as we possibly can. Yesterday and today, we've just been searching and searching.
Yeah, Allie got denied on her ETSA visa, so she won't be able to come here. And what we're trying to do now, we have a GoFundMe page that Allie started up. So we're just trying to meet in a neutral country, if nothing else, just so we can be together. And because both of us are basically living in poverty, we can't afford it. So we're asking for help. We have a GoFundMe page that I just put in the link.
There was no reason. They didn't give me a reason.
But basically, when you get denied, it is because they're afraid you're going to leave the country and not come back. But they didn't come out and say that. They don't give you a reason, but that's typically what it is. They're afraid that she's a risk of leaving and not coming back. Just stupid.
This is the second time that this has happened. Not the visa. I got the visa last time, but this is the second time that I've been blocked from coming into the USA. So
I just spoke to someone who's European and travels back and forth between there and here. He said, Greg, you can apply with the U.S. Embassy for what is called a girlfriend request. I think the closest U.S. Embassy, I think, might be Tampa. I'll find out.
yeah.
Oh, wow, it's in Miami.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah, it's like 4 hours away.
They just want to make it as hard as possible, as impossible as it. They just want to. They just want to block it.
But they have a U.S. Embassy phone number. Maybe I can talk to somebody.
Yeah. What was the amount of time between each visa application? Hours. First time was 2 or 3 hours. The second time was 12 hours because my daughter did it for me this time round. And that was denied. I wouldn't be comfortable going to the airport anyway because the chances are I'm on a list. So last time I had a visa, it said yes, I had a visa. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you so much. Last time I had a visa, I got to the check-in, and was stopped by Homeland Security, who was grilling me about my relationship with Greg and what was what. And basically, I was denied then. They turned me away then. And so for me to do it again, even if they said yes, I would not be comfortable going to, because I could end up flying, being accepted one end, flying all the way into America and being sent back again. That can happen, and that has happened to people before. So until this whole shit show is done, I am just not. I'm just not trying. I'm done. you know.
I spoke that this is this is where I actually spoke to somebody, but this person was basically worthless. Couldn't give me any, referrals or, other places to look, people to talk to. It was just worthless, a worthless person that works there. The person did say that you can apply for a visa, a regular visa. I said, where? She goes, you got to look it up. You don't have a referral? No. Wow. It's like they're trying to make it as difficult as possible.
They are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Actually,
We'll bounce back, though. We will. Sorry, go.
Go ahead.
Just saying that, although we're down now, we're not going to let the bastards win. We're still very much in love. We're flat emotionally, but we're still very supportive of each other. Nothing's changed there, so they have not won. Nothing changes, and we want to say, well, go fuck you. We'll just go to another country to be together then. We're just, and we're looking at Mexico in around maybe August. See if we can have just a week together there. Because we were just so looking forward. It was going to be our honeymoon. Because we did the like a hand fasting, but we did a blessing with my family and everybody. We did that, and as far as we're concerned, we're married.
Yep.
You don't have to have the paper, but yeah. Anyway, you do what you're doing.
Nova Fox, Mexico is very liberal with their 90-day visas. What about the beautiful city of Oaxaca? It's culturally the richest city in Mexico and extremely economical, much cheaper than all-inclusive. I don't know. I can look into it. I'll take a screenshot of that. But generally, if you're traveling, sorry, go ahead.
You've been doing a lot of work looking at, all the different, trying to get the cheapest possible deals possible. You've been looking, haven't you?
Yeah. I've been looking everywhere, not just here, overseas. I was looking in like Spain, Greece, anywhere where we could. The best place, though, the least expensive, has been Mexico. And they actually have, Nova said that Mexico is very liberal with their 90-day visas. Actually, you don't need a visa if you're traveling from UK to Mexico. You can stay there up till half a year, 6 months.
And that's another reason why we were choosing that as well. Yeah. We'll bounce back.
Okay, let me look into that. The K1 visa.
Isn't Canada part of the USA?
No. They're part of North America, but not the USA.
Can we go to Canada instead? Would that be cheap for you? It's more expensive. Okay.
Expensive.
Shannon, I've got no intention of running away. I've got my family here. I absolutely love my family to pieces. Greg knows how close we all are. He fit in so beautifully with the family. He, everybody got on with him. There was 100% support for me and Greg. the grandkids are looking forward to the next time they see, Greg, and he's going to be teaching the young girls guitar. This is very much, this is our family. We are one big family. I was looking forward to meeting his side. I don't think we would have been able to meet Brittany because she's in upstate New York. But your mum and dad and your sister, I was looking forward to meeting them. Yeah. You said something about the K1 visa. It's going to take months, didn't you? So
Months.
Patricia, takes months.
Yeah. And there's a long process. You got to petition for alien fiance. You have to go through that and then get the approval. USCIS sends it to the U.S. Embassy or consulate in the foreign fiance's home country. Then you got to do the visa application. The foreign fiance must then apply for the K1 visa at the U.S. Embassy. Then medical examination, background checks, issuance of visa, and entry in marriage. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so it's a lengthy thing, and they say it takes months.
Where is Peru?
It's South America.
So still America.
So it might be different. It's not the United States.
Yeah, Deb, that's what we were thinking of, going to Mexico. Cancun was the cheapest options, and that's what we're doing the GoFundMe for.
Yeah. Oh. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Greg can fly to the UK, of course. We were just hoping for a holiday. That's what we were looking forward to, a honeymoon. We didn't have. We had the blessing, and we had an overnight stay in a lovely hotel. And my brother and my sister-in-law treated us to that. It was beautiful, and my mum, she treated us to an extra night. So that was wonderful. Broome Park. But yeah, it's just so disappointing, isn't it? Yeah, Tracy, Greg just said that Canada was very expensive. And again, they probably want a visa, and I'm on a list, clearly, of denying me a visa. So it's happened. Well, I got approved last time. That I got approved with the visa last time, but this time, no. It
And
came
I'm
up.
looking on Expedia.com for Costa Rica on the same days that we were looking at, like late August. It's more expensive, significantly. Well, this one is a little bit expensive, but you don't have anything you still have to pay for all your meals, and that's why we were looking for all inclusive. Costa Rica doesn't have anything all inclusive. Period. Well, nothing that we can afford.
Darling, can I just go to the little girl's room a minute?
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I've tried so many different places. I heard Greece was like inexpensive, but as it turned out, every place that I've looked, Mexico's the cheapest. Cancun. I don't know. I honestly don't know. My parents won't travel out of the country anymore. Yeah, dad's 92, mom's 87. So yeah, and yeah, Canada. I looked into Montreal, Toronto. Um, Too expensive. It was the ETSA visa. Um, they don't give a reason. What they do is they just deny it, and if it's denied, it's generally because they're afraid that you're a risk of leaving the country and not coming back. And I think when Ellie tried to fly here the first time, she may have said something to them about, us potentially getting married, and they probably made a note in there. And but I'm not sure how long this ETSA visa thing is going to be. For the time being, it's in place right now, but they had something similar in Mexico, which they recently dropped, I think in 2020 or 2021, and they got rid of it. And all you need is a passport to go back and forth. And I hope eventually that's the way it is for UK visitors coming here to the United States. But yeah, she wasn't given an official reason, but it's basically um, where we're at. British Virgin Islands, like St. John's. Well, it's a matter of cost too. I mean, we're trying to keep things as inexpensive as possible. You know, like the flight just for me to Cancun is going to be like $550. Um, depending on the time of the year and how quickly. There's some places have like last minute deals, but you really, I mean, trying to put everything together in the last minute, especially when Allie's flying in from using a credit on her air flight credits, and then trying to meet at the same place and at the airport, and coming in from two different countries. Man, it's not easy. So British Virgin Islands, I guess I could look that up. I'd be surprised if it's less expensive than um, Mexico. I'm looking it up right now. Oh, way, way more expensive. Holy, yeah, way more expensive. Yeah, we can't afford that. Oh, Jesus. No, emphatically no. Thanks for the suggestion, though.
All of these good because some of them might come up perfect. That's a good idea, Kate. A psychic conference saying she's traveling for a work trip. Maybe they view that differently than a pleasure trip. But still, even if that happens, I'm on a list now, and it will flag up because I can't even get halfway through the form. I can't get halfway to the form, so yeah, it just cuts me off now. So I haven't got the heart anymore to try to get into the USA. I'm so emotionally drained by it all.
Um, I'm looking at the Dominican Republic, and that's about the same. The least expensive one I can find is about the same as Mexico. It's just like $1 more a night. So it's a good suggestion.
It is unbelievably ridiculous for the US government at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, Brian. The way we've looked at it, I mean, my family are very wary about Mexico because obviously they've heard, all sorts of things, about the Mexicans, the drug things and all of that. And I said, that depends on the area, and at the end of the day, we're probably going to be either on the beach or on the resort. We're not going to be traveling around. So I've never been, so I don't know. Greg has, though.
Yeah, Mexico's it's safe. I mean, you're just going from the airport on a shuttle to the resort. It's you don't see the MS-13 or gangs or anything like that. None of that.
Exactly. We just thought we'd better, let you guys know, because there are people who were going to come to the beach meetup, even though it's still going on. But yeah.
You can't reapply for a visa for another 6 months.
Hopefully in 6 months' time, all this crap is going to be gone. The governments and all of that will be finished and done with.
September's always the cheapest. I looked into September and it was pretty much the same.
September is because the kids in England go back to school in September, so they always put the prices up everywhere. Because obviously people in England, they save up all year for one holiday of 2 weeks. That's what they do, just to have sunshine for that time here in England. And they wait for the school holidays come, and they crank all their prices up in end of July, August, and up to September. So, it just makes you laugh.
Yeah, I'm looking in September, and that's actually more expensive, believe it or not, than more expensive than August. Go figure, right?
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
The one you looked at had the transfers, didn't it? Shuttle transfers. It was all inclusive, so you don't have to rely on spending, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we're willing to, obviously we've got the GoFundMe, but we're willing to work as well and do whatever we can to raise money. Yeah. So a friend lives in Morelia, Mexico, and said all that drug crime reporting isn't true at all. I'm no doubt that there is, but it's in certain areas, isn't it? Or they're not going to be doing it on the streets, are they? I don't know. I've not been around the drug world at all, so I wouldn't know. Suzanne, I think we've seen your comments. We're just not highlighting every one because there were lots of comments. Is Suzanne locked? Has her comments come up? Savannah. Thought I saw one of her comments.
No, I haven't seen any.
No, it's not coming up.
There's a lot of them I've missed completely. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Suzanne said, I can't seem to connect to chat. I sent you 10 numbers to guiding angels. Oh, thank you very much, Suzanne. I think we did message that. We did message. Thank you for that. Where did that go? Hope you get it then, mate. Take taxis. Oh, well, we appreciate that. Thank you so much, Suzanne.
Canada's more expensive than Mexico. Can't do it.
Yeah. Well, my thing going off.
Ticka thing, it stops.
I don't know how to fix it.
I know.
We love you guys too. We do.
We do.
Where's Cuba? Cuba sounds scary to me. I've remote viewed Cuba.
Right next to Florida. I did a cruise there one time. And I walked around the city by myself. I did the cruise by myself because I'd never been to Cuba, and at the time, the house I was living in had to have the whole plumbing replaced. So I figured, fuck it, I'll just go on a cruise. And this one cruise line gave me an offer for like basically a free cruise. I'm like, okay, I'll take it to Cuba while they're working on the house. So it was cool.
Nice. Things were very different then. You know, you wasn't shadow banned. You know how things have changed. You know, because of the shadow banning. What's happened to you? You know,
yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
I went from living on the beach to living in a mobile home and barely being able to afford this. Yep.
I mean, hopefully things are going to get better because you're now going to be playing with Chuck. Yeah. So, but it takes its toll. It certainly does.
It does.
Yeah, we're not thinking of moving, Mariho. Absolutely not. No, I'm very attached to the UK. Yeah, thank you, Suzanne. Yeah, my granddaughter Hallie. There's all sorts of question marks about health with Hallie, and there's no way I can leave. Absolutely no way.
Yep. Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Vera.
Thank you, Vera.
Please don't listen to IS. Who's IS? What's IS? Don't listen to is. LS. 1S.
Don't worry about that. It's just the fear-mongering comments about Mexico. I've been many times both inside and outside of resorts. I have never once had any trouble. It's no more dangerous than the USA.
I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah. You know, I'm sure that there are parts of Mexico that you wouldn't go down. There's parts of the UK that a white person wouldn't go down. I'm telling you. You've seen all the, you know, it's like Muslim protests and things. Thousands and thousands of women in their, is it called hijabs? They're just walking about and they're chanting, and you know, you don't say a word. You don't walk or look at them. Yes, it's, yeah. You wouldn't know it was England. Nope. So, you know, there's places in everywhere, I think, that are bad. Yeah. Oh, you guys are amazing. Okay, mate, is your marriage not legal? Wouldn't it be cheaper to have Greg fly to the UK? Yes, it would. It would. And if that's the case, then that's the case. That's what will happen. You know, we're looking around a lot of ideas. We were looking forward to having some beach time. We were looking forward to having some romance. You know, we've been apart for so long. Julie, they've denied my visa. They denied it, so there's no getting over it. I've tried to reapply. It's done. We're on that list. And the only possible reason for the denial is that they think that I'm not going to come home, that I'm going to be staying in the USA, which is utterly ridiculous, because thousands of people are coming through the border and they are letting them, you know, and they could be anybody coming through the border, you know. I've got a family here. So, yeah, so we had a blessing, Monica, is what happened. We had a blessing. We're not worried about getting married. That's not our priority here at all. It was just to see each other, just to have a break, a holiday. And it's just hard.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too. Do you think we'll have to go to a travel agent though to do this? It's quite complex.
Yeah.
So would I think that, Bonnie, especially if you're doing it out of just love, and you know, there's no malice, you know, it's just having a break.
It is. It is. Thank you, so.
Oh, Suzanne, we're seeing your comment here. Thank you, lovely lady. Thank you.
Brian says it's all my fault.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, you get attached to your grandchildren. Yeah. No, I can't come there, Julie. No. Love will find a way, yeah. My heart just is hurting.
Yeah. Yeah, mine too. I just want to cry myself to sleep.
I know that feeling. So there's a volcano outside of Mexico City is erupting and causing issues for Mexico City and surrounding areas. Otherwise, I have friends who've been in Mexico a lot, and the resorts are beautiful. Do you know anything about that? Is that anywhere near Cancun?
Not at all. No, that's more towards like the West Coast, Cabo San Lucas, that area.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Look, Greg.
Yeah. I'm not even on this. What
Brian
was I
just said,
looking?
who loves you, bro? Mm.
Yeah, I was searching for something.
Okay, Julie. Yeah, I was looking forward to meeting you, Julie. Yeah. We was going to have a girly break, weren't we? So, hello, Melissa. So, just in case you've come in late, I've come to England. I've been denied the ESTA visa waiver. I've been denied it, and they didn't tell me why. They just said no, and it's just absolutely devastating. Mm. Yeah, I had to cancel my tickets. I've still got an e-credit for the tickets, but if I change anything on the tickets again, then there will be charges. I agree, Vera. I totally agree. There will be a day when all these rules no longer exist and you two will be able to meet. I think it will be like that. Yeah, so I know that you messaged to say about booking tomorrow. I was just not in the right frame of mind at the moment too. And yesterday I've been devastated. Do you know something, guys? We knew yesterday about this. We knew yesterday. And we had to come on to the show and we had to put a face on in front of everybody because we didn't want to worry anybody because we hadn't we didn't have time to look into it properly and we didn't have time to research and see if it could be overturned, so we didn't want to say anything to anybody, and we hadn't told families and things like that beforehand, so we had to just, when comments were coming through saying, oh, counting down the days, are you excited, we had to put on an act and say everything was okay. That was hard yesterday because we didn't know. We didn't know what to think. But obviously, as time's gone on, we've now looked and tried to get through to somebody, an actual person. There's nobody, so we didn't have a choice but to cancel the flight now. So that is it. And we're asking and see if there's any donations that could happen, so that we can actually just get a break, you know, emotionally, physically, mentally here. Because we try and keep upbeat, and we try and cope with being apart, and I think we do pretty well most of the time. You know, we haven't had one single argument in the whole time that we've been together, because it would be stupid. It would be like arguing with yourself, which is impossible to do. If somebody is upset with another, and you think to yourself, well, I know why they're upset, because I know I would be upset, that just squashes any argument it could possibly be. We both understand what it feels like in every way. So what they think they are gaining here by blocking our physical connection, it won't win. They won't win. It's too strong a relationship. But it doesn't stop us being pissed off, I tell you.
There's a disturbance in the Gulf, Shannon, but it's not supposed to turn into anything, so he'll be fine. We had some rain and thunderstorms today, but it's summertime. We get that in Florida. Thank you, Morejo.
Yeah, we're hoping to have 1 week in Mexico in August. That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, it's good. I hate asking anyone for help.
Hate it. We hate it. We've put at the bottom of it. We humbly, ask, but we don't expect anything. We don't expect a single thing. But if we didn't ask, it's like that would be unfair on our inner children, because our inner children were looking forward to playing in the sand and being together and having some carefree time. And obviously plan B, if we don't raise enough money, then obviously we'll then get Greg to come here or something. We'll work it out. But obviously our plan A's gone down the Swanee. Me coming to Florida. So we've got plan B, which is Mexico holiday, or plan C, which is then Greg coming here. I wasn't reading any of those messages if they were for me to read.
No, I'm just acknowledging people that have shown
their
love.
No, that's lovely.
No, there's no guarantee that they can do anything at this point. I looked into that.
Yeah, I agree, Linda. We do have a good team, and they will work their magic. It will work out fine. But I did have a big psychic attack today. I felt it big time, and I've sent it back 1,000% back. There was it was like a dagger was in my base of my spine, because the pain was excruciating, above and different to my usual pain. I felt that particular thing before when I've been on lives before. I felt that, and they tried to do it again. My guys have cleared it out and got rid of it, but didn't stop me feeling the bugger. I nearly said fucker then, but I have now. Yeah, Kate, we did I really believe that it goes beyond that. I'm sure that it is to do with me saying that I wanted to get married to him. And if I could eat back my words, I would the first time round. But there's nothing to hide for me. Why do I want to hide that? You know, it's like, but they asked a lot of questions about Greg when I was first trying to get to the US. So I think we're both on a list somewhere. You know, hence being
But
so.
I've had no issues. I've had no issues traveling there. I've traveled there back and forth 3 times.
There's obviously something energetically about Siesta Key. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, you ready?
I just want to go to bed and sleep. I'm drained. I'm completely exhausted and drained from this ordeal.
Yeah. Anyway, we wanted to tell you you're our family. And, you know, thank you to everybody who has donated.
Yeah.
We appreciate you so much. And you know, what comes for the future. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to give a shout out to those people as well. So, Donna, thank you. Laura Stagner, Rosie, Cynthia, Laura Pino Lopez, Carrie, and Christy.
Yeah, thank you. And
Thank
there's
you.
some people who've been paying PayPal as well, so thank you for that too.
Yeah. So, on that note, yeah, let's end it here. And I just want to say, you know, we'll be back tomorrow night. We're gonna do our live show tomorrow, and you know,
Yeah, they're not going to stop us. I've
We
got
gotta move.
readings tomorrow, which I'm quite prepared to do.
yeah, we're gonna move forward. We're gonna be live and uncensored tomorrow night. So stay tuned for that, and we'll keep you guys updated on everything else. Thank you for all your support and your love, everyone. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. We love you.
Love you. Yeah.
And I love you, darling.
Love you too, baby. Good night, everyone.
All right.